Hello, everyone. It's been a long time trying to get this going.
Oh, yeah, a few weeks, but
also we missed a couple of really good movies, sadly.
Yeah, with vehicles or...
Yeah. So, sadly, Fox here has vehicle issues, but hello again, everyone, and welcome to all of you both on YouTube and VidMe. Yep. Now that we're going to be sharing this with both channels, I'm actually going to put up a couple of episodes extra before I put this up for you guys on VidMe, just so you can get a feel for it. I'm going to be putting up the one with Star Wars Rogue One with you and me, and then our feelings on the movies that we've seen the rest of the year. You missed out on that, Mikey. Sorry. Rogue One.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear about it.
Very good, but also very depressing. It's a very depressing until it leads up into episode 1 or episode 4.
That's the part where it's like, this thing's going to end happily.
Yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, so all that out of the way, the movie today, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Well,
wow.
Yeah.
By the way, 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. And for a 2.5 hour long movie, it felt like the pacing was really well done. It didn't feel like it was rushing. It didn't feel like it was really dragging anywhere. So
it did the amount of time that it needed to do to get everything done that the story needed to accomplish.
Yep. Yeah.
And nobody was wasted. Even little cameo characters got to actually have more than just cameos this time.
Yep. Yeah, there's new characters that were introduced, and I thought they were given enough time to develop them. And
some of them that were basically background fire last time actually got to be in the foreground for a little bit this time.
Yep. I did like the ending. I thought that was one thing I was waiting for. That I was waiting for them to do kind of the Lord of the Rings thing, where it, like ends and then ends and then ends, and I kind of felt like
another ending.
Yeah, and I'm
thankfully they didn't do that far.
They can't end it on a down note. I'm like, but I think it'd be okay. And it was just kind of concluded. I'm like, okay, I guess it worked.
I guess this conclusion ends. This conclusion works, and then the little extra things in the credits were nice. By the way, folks, wait until all the credits are done. There's like 4 of them in this one.
Yep, yeah, stick to the end.
By the way, the last one is the second part of a 2-part Stan Lee cameo, and it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Especially if you get the reference of who the guys he's talking to. Mm-hmm. So aside from that, I guess real basics really quick. Music is still fantastic. The characters got even more time to develop.
Yep.
They all have their little quarrels, but at the end, they kind of come together the way you want them to come together, more or less.
Yeah.
And Groot is the little baby of the show for this one. He is so bloody adorable, but he doesn't completely steal the show, which is a good thing.
Yep. Yeah, he was used well throughout, so...
Yeah. He was sparingly used in the right places.
Yep.
Got to see Rocket do more smart stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. I know, like, some people that I talked to after the first one didn't care for Rocket. They thought he was, like, the harshest comparisons I heard about him from the first one is that he was a bit of a Jar Jar, but I don't...
I don't think it's that far.
I'm talking that's the extremest I heard from the first one, and I thought that was taking it far for even the first one, but this one he is even further away, as he's not so much just a comic relief.
He's by no means a comic relief.
Yeah.
I mean, even technically Groot would be the comic relief, but he's a comic relief that actually did things.
Right, yeah, even he wasn't just a comic relief. He was...
I guess that's about it. Anyone else want to mention anything really quick before we go into spoilers?
No, I think we're good.
Mikey?
I don't think there's much.
All right.
Nothing much from Mikey.
I don't really know what to say for the non-spoiler part.
Yeah.
Also very good villain. Speaking of Mikey, your outrage at Ego afterwards.
Yeah.
So, spectacular villain. We may have seen the end of him, but that's not a guarantee because, well, Ego.
Yeah. Like this whole... the whole movie felt like it was just... It was like, oh, here's Star-Lord's father, so...
Let's build on that. Yeah. Oh, dear.
Yeah. And at first, like, when they kind of introduced it at the beginning, I was like, okay, how far are they going to build on this? Is it just going to tease something more? But no, it is technically the background main focus of this one. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Well, in the beginning, I was suspicious of him planning all that stuff, and then kind of forgot about it as he was on screen and talking more.
Yeah.
By the way, his younger version of himself, wow.
Yeah.
They put on some heavy makeup on him to make him look young again. You could kind of see it. I would almost think it was digital, but I'm not entirely sure on that. But even if it was digital, they obviously did it over him. Mm-hmm. So they got all the body language and everything right, too.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see a young version of him again. I keep forgetting his name. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy who, did Escape from New York and L.A. and Big Trouble in Little China, some of the best movies made by, I can't think of his name now. Halloween.
Oh.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Some of the best movies made by John Carpenter featured him as the main actor, so always look out for Kurt Russell. He's done amazing work, even when he's under Disney.
Yeah.
Even under Disney, he's done amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So... still really did a good job here.
Yeah, he's a solid call.
You make him think, you find whatever you're planning kind of suspicious in the beginning, but then when he finally appears and starts doing more, then it's like you see his charismatic.
Yeah,
charismaticness and all that. So it's like kind of forget about it for a while,
and then all of a sudden that little seed comes back.
Yeah,
so it takes a while for thing to come in, but it's like during that time you're unsure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, so we should probably move into spoilers. So flash the little tile screen here by me. I'll put something in the corner or something, I'm sure. So spoilers abound now. So Ego, oh my fucking god. The emotional roller coaster that is trying to deal with Ego in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
he starts off as almost the perfect father figure, and then he turns into the worst.
Oh yeah, and it's
big one.
It's cheesy as it kind of felt at the time. Like in hindsight, I think it's kind of cheesy, but like it didn't feel cheesy with how they did it, the whole ball thing. And
it felt a little cheesy, but at the same time, it's literally everything he wanted.
Yeah, they did it so well, and it feels so cliche how they reference it. Like in the first few times they even say it in the movie, I thought really that was the most. Like, oh, I just wanted to play catch with my dad. I'm like, that's so cliche. Why they do something so cliche? But that scene saved it for me. Like that. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's just that little moment. If it would have gone on too long, it could have ruined it. If it went too short, it'd be, that's just another little reference to this silly thing.
Yeah.
That's part of his background.
Yeah,
but they treat it with just enough care and sympathy that it's like, okay, I get what you're going with this.
Yeah, they actually made it really a really touching moment. So
to add to that roller coaster, the fact that he technically tried to make Star-Lord as a battery for his ability to try and warp the entire universe into this picture-perfect utopia for himself. Mm-hmm. Also adding the fact that he's the one that actually put the cancer in his mother.
Oh yeah, that was like the tipping point right there where...
and it just the cards just keep falling from there. He is like the worst of everything you want out of a father figure, and thank God Quill beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
The kind of father that needed a sucker punch. And also, by the way, speaking of Ego and fighting Ego, that the mentions of Pac-Man paid off. The best use of so Pac-Man in the last 5 years in cinema. Thank you, Marvel.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that got a good laugh for me, so...
That was amazing. I'm like, he's turning yellow. What is this stuff? Oh my god. Waka.
Also, trying to have to figure out if he actually cared for that woman or not.
No, as far as we could tell, he kind of hints that maybe he did.
He says, I kind of.
But what level do you actually believe anything he says anymore after he literally willingly killed her?
Yeah, I know that's the thing that really makes.
I loved her so much, but she was in my way of my evil plan, so I decided to do this instead.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kill her and have you just have my way.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just a line. Well, I don't know if he's a hypocrite, but his bases are pretty flimsy for everything.
He's a psychopath.
Right.
That's his problem. He's a fucking psychopath.
Well, I don't really like villains that have use a crappy basis for their evilness.
Yeah.
It's like where it's like,
Oh, I don't like the way things look, so I'm going to change
looking
everything.
for
I don't like life. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the universe.
I was looking for existence. I found it pretty terrible and bland.
Yeah.
For some reason, decide, I'm gonna go rearrange it and do nasty things.
I'm going to also fuck half the universe to try to find one species that can help me make an extra battery for my plan.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's not creepy or weird.
No, not at all.
So aside from that, you have the Baby Groot thing, which is technically kind of not really like a main thing, but essentially it's like a hierarchy of family. There's Baby Groot, there's then Drax, Quill, or Star-Lord, and Gamora that technically are the adults of the family, and then you've also got Gamora's sister, which is technically like the aunt to the family.
Yeah.
And then you got Yondu, who's technically like the grandfather, and he has to literally put Rocket in his place to remind them who he really is at one point, which is actually an interesting little thing too.
Oh yeah.
Helps Rocket come into his own.
Yeah, it finally helps Rocket to understand what on Earth he's actually all about. I think it finally puts it into perspective for him. Also, the Daddy Rocket to Baby Groot.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the whole putting Rocket and Yondu together was a good call.
Oh, and also here's a little thing to add in really quickly on that though too. Yondu was actually one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy in the comic books.
Oh, okay.
And Rocket was the first guy he made contact with after disbanding the Guardians and went, I used to be a part of this group called the Guardians of the Galaxy. I see potential in you, and how about you? Would you mind maybe restarting this group I used to be a part of? And Rocket's like, sure, okay, we'll see how this goes. And that's how we got the modern Guardians in the comic books.
Okay.
So, technically, him being the granddaddy of the Guardians is actually more befitting when you think about it, even in the wider sense, even if you're trying to summarize it down into movie format.
Okay.
So, that's a really good touch. So yeah, there's all the family interworkings. There's also the gold people. I forget what they're called.
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
But for those of you who don't know, there's a race of gold people. They're technically genetically born through birth tubes that they pre-plan how each individual is going to be, and they all fit a very particular role inside their society. And I'm not sure, but I think they're pretty much born adults, and they are long-lived adults permanently, as far as I'm aware. We didn't see any of them actually die because they used essentially remote-controlled spaceships with Atari sounds, I might add.
Yeah.
Which was a nice little touch, too. And they hint very heavily in one of the extra scenes that they are going to be making Adam Warlock. Matter of fact, their leader already named the unborn Adam Warlock as Adam.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, that's the Marvel equivalent of Superman, and obviously Superman versus their dark side for the Marvel Universe coming up. So can't wait for that. Also, Gamora, not Gamora. I'm trying to think of her name. Blue one, her sister.
Nebula.
Nebula, yeah.
Yeah, Nebula, the auntie, the rather quiet, standoffish aunt. Gets some redemption in this one, a little bit here and there.
Oh yeah.
And she also is going to be part of the big fight against Thanos.
Oh yeah. I kind of felt like she'd be sticking around after this one.
One of the covers from the fight,
perhaps if showing up again at least.
One of the covers for the fights of over the Infinity Gauntlet actually has her with the gauntlet fully jeweled up, punching Thanos in the face.
Oh, nice.
So she gets her comeuppance at least a little bit, if nothing else. So hoping to see some of that, because she deserves a good slug or two on that bastard's mug.
Yeah.
So they delve into all that relationship stuff, and then you got the gold people, like we said. They're chasing the characters pretty much throughout the entire movie. They were the main thrust of the beginning, but they become kind of the background plot after Ego gets involved. And they're still part of it until they wipe out all the machines yet again while fighting Ego at the same time, which, you'd think that the people that are all for order and not chaos would, suddenly go, wait, this Ego thing is actually a really big threat. We maybe want to stop that first, because this is bad.
Yeah, they never do seem to even recognize that Ego's any kind of threat there.
They were more Yeah, they didn't have any idea what was going on.
Yeah, like they're only.
Like,
yeah,
we're going after these guys because they stole stuff from us.
They stole our batteries.
Yep. Yeah, their whole focus is on the Guardians, and they don't really care what else is going on around them. So.
Which is also why I can't wait for Adam, because Adam is probably going to be the one that's going to set them straight. Because, again, Adam is more or less Superman. He understands what the real problem is, and it's not that these people aren't completely orderly like his race is. The problem is that these assholes over here are causing bigger problems, and we're ignoring the bigger picture.
Oh yeah.
So Adam should be an interesting guy to throw in there. He should be. He's pretty much Doctor Strange level.
Okay.
So he should be quite interesting. He's the Doctor Strange on a physical plane, whereas Doctor Strange is the metaphysical.
Okay.
So that should be a lot of interesting stuff to look forward to. Also, a couple of appearances by Howard the Duck again.
Yep. Yeah.
Even in the end credits.
Yep.
And also a very sad but very heartfelt send-off to Yondu at the very end there too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, also the old group that used to be with Yondu, which I assume is technically supposed to be the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I can't wait to see a spin-off of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Those would be amazing.
I hope they do something with it, not just leave it like.
Yeah, I hope they don't just leave it. I would love to see them do something.
Yeah. Anything would
Especially with Sylvester Stallone heading that as the main guy.
Oh yeah.
It'd be nice to see him doing something like this.
ADT guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's Ving Rhames, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think it was, or someone very similar to him.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And an alien that can't talk but has symbols that it can make, and the lead female, and also a talking robot head.
Yeah.
I want to know more about the Cyberman-looking robot head here. You are an interesting character just sitting there on the table.
Yeah.
So, that's about it for spoilers. Very good movie. Any other things to throw in?
No, it's just that I recommend it. I mean, it's
highly recommended.
Yeah, it's Marvel. Marvel does movies well, so
I don't care about the people who complain about too many superhero movies. If they're crap superhero movies, I'd care.
Yeah, but
they're not doing crap. They're actually doing really good stuff right now. I can't wait for the Gauntlet because they're really getting ready for that whole shebang with the intergalactic stuff with Xanos.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
So anything else, Mikey?
Didn't really. Well, was there much to talk about on Mantis?
Oh, but I guess to mention Mantis really quick, that she's technically, I guess, a new Guardian of the Galaxy. She doesn't really have anywhere else to go.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it if they kept her around. So
yeah,
she's actually kind of almost the level of Baby Groot right now too, with how naive she is.
She has a lot of growing she can do.
Mm-hmm.
You could expand on the next movie.
And maybe a thing with Drax even.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're not ugly on the inside.
Yeah.
So it could go in a very interesting direction next time if they include her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lots of things they can still do with that. So anyways, thank you all for watching.
Yep.
See you all on YouTube and VidMe, and I'll catch you all later.
Bye.
Later.